Hey folks, this is Bailey from Dank Wargaming, and welcome to How to Build. Today, we are building a Space Marine Vanguard Vet with a little tiny Dark Angels twist. Let's get building. Here we are, folks, at the build table. We've got a couple different sets mixed in here together, so we'll go through where I got some of the pieces before we get going too far into the build. So, I got over here, I have a Company Veteran body from the Company Veteran box for Dark Angels. I have a Thunderhammer arm and Thunderhammer from the Vanguard Vet box. I have a Vanguard Vet box arm, right arm, with a Company Veterans, Dark Angels Company Veterans, that is, shield. I have the Vanguard Veteran jump pack. I go back to the Company Veterans box for the hooded head, and then I go back to Vanguard Vets, or no, sorry, this is Company Vets, for the shoulder pad with a sword. And then this is, I believe, is from an older Space Marine set. You can still kind of get this shoulder pad with the Primaris scale, but if you can find the older upgrade sprues for Firstborn, you can find some pre-made shoulder pads for them as well. So to get started, I'm going to start on the body. So you've got the robed body over here, and it's all one piece except for the front chest. This front chest, there's several different versions. This one's got the Dark Angels logo right on the front, so I'm going to go with that one for my sergeant here, because that's basically what this guy's going to be, because I've already built a couple of these. So I get the citadel glue on here, and then I pop this in there nice and tight. And the one thing you'll notice and like about using some of these old Firstborn kits is that they are numbered, and there are a few pieces that do go together, but it's not as rigid as modern Primaris Marines. So next I'm going to do the Thunderhammer arm, because I just like making sure that when I put my arms on, it's not such a daintily bit going forward, because that can be an issue sometimes, trying to attach arms to hands. So we're going to try and get that started here, make sure we're kind of a little bit flush. You can always dry fit just to check. Yep, that should work at that angle, so we're gonna leave that to dry because it's gonna take a minute. Then we're gonna move on to the shield here. Get a little glue on there. Get my hand on there. So now we have this hand. Again, you can come over here, dry fit the hand. Yes, that should work just fine. So we're gonna leave that to dry. Going to come to the jump pack here. Make sure on these jump packs, there's two different kinds. There's the kinds that have these little nubs, and then there are the kinds that don't. So make sure you get one that lines up with the nubs or not. See these nubs right there? That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to come in here with the glue, and we're going to get it all over the place here. And then we're going to pop it in. Now this I'm not so worried about drying, so what I can do, same thing with this. So what I'm doing, I'm going to come to the back bumper here, and I'm going to put this glue on here. And now the key is that I want to line up the back ridge with the center bit here on your jump pack, so that way it doesn't look goofy, because a lot of times with these jump packs, when you build them, the jump pack doesn't end up being level, and it looks kind of goofy. You're like, why are these guys flying around all crooked? So you spend some time just trying to line up your backpack, your jump pack, with the back of the neck guard there. But then the nice thing is that this guy basically just kind of sits just like that and will dry fairly easily. So then you can come in and think about arms and shoulder pads and things. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to put, because this is the, this will be the left arm, because it's the shield arm. Left shield gets the chapter shield patch, so I'm going to slap this on there. Again, make sure it's nice and flush. Sometimes when you're dealing with jump packs, it's a good idea to put the shoulder pads on the arm before you try and put them on the model, because sometimes it's really hard to pop that shoulder pad in there afterwards because of the jump pack. And then we're going to pop this on, get this Thunderhammer arm going as well. Again, you want to make sure things are fairly flush, and see, you run into that issue sometimes where things are just not quite ready for you. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We might have to come back and fix that in a minute. So then I got to come in do the left side here, get the shield on. If you're wondering why I'm saving the head for last, I always save the head for last because I like to dynamically pose my dude. And then once I've dynamically posed my dude, I like to put the head in there in sort of the most dramatic fashion that I can. So see, now you've got that nice shoulder pad arm tucked up in there. And I'm leaving myself some space so I can get my paintbrush in to get some of this detail work later on when I go to paint it. There's also a good reason to dry fizz. You always got to think about what build's coming, like how you're going to paint this. And you can build the coolest model ever, and then when you're done, realize that, oh no, I now can't paint this guy. It's got too much going on. Alright, yep, that's going to work. So there is an argument to be made to put things on in order, do the arm, and then do this hammer, and then do the shield, or the shoulder pauldron, but you can also do it this way too. So that's there. Oh, well, since I already have an idea of where I'm going with this head, I'm going to put him on here. He's going to look that way. I'm going to pop this shoulder back on and call him done. Give you a little look there, call him done. And that's how you build a Dark Angels themed Space Marine Vanguard Veteran. If you like build videos like this, please subscribe and like, as well as comment below on what you'd like to see us do next here at Dankless Wargaming. If you want to know more about Space Marines or Dark Angels in general, then try listening to the Path to Redemption podcast, the Warhammer 40,000 Dark Angels podcast, that I host with my Hawaiian homie Heath. Last but not least, we'd like to thank Purple Planet for the use of their music. And until next time, I'm Bailey from Dankless Wargaming, reminding you to keep building.